What's going on, everybody? It's FREEDO here, back for your Overwatch, this time to give you a guide on the brand spanking new hero, Ana. I was a little bit critical of Ana's kit in my previous video, not because I didn't think it was good, just that you need so much skill to get out the value of Ana that it might be too unreliable most of the time. So, the too long didn't read answer to this is that if you can't hit all of your abilities with a high percentage, and I'm saying like 75% of the time when you shoot a dart, a nade, or a heal, that it hits its target, you probably should be switching to a more reliable healer so your teammates can work with you. Now, the boring things out of the way, let's get to the fun. Roadhog was flanking us on our right, and I put him down with a sleep dart, disabling his hook one-shot. Our Reinhardt was getting attacked, and I burst healed him back with a nade and shots to his back. And I nano boosted my McCree here to open up some space, which actually wasn't that great. So the first thing we'll talk about optimizing is the nano boost. You're going to want to make sure you coordinate with your team and tell them when you have it, when you're thinking about using it, or at least describing the scenario of when you want to use it, or better yet, maybe just tell them to call for it when they're ready so that they can optimize the nano boost. Because if they're stuck in a reload, the nano boost doesn't speed up their reload, and it might take a few seconds off of their time and their pacing of maximizing it, and that's not what you want. What you do want is for them to be in the mix of the action, fighting as many targets as possible. And if you are the nano boostee, a player like Genji or Reinhardt or whoever who's getting the nano boost, you have to be ready to go in. See, sometimes players get nano boosted, still play a little skittish, they don't want to get bursted down, they don't go full aggro on the other team, but that's what you need to do because your resistance is higher, damage is higher, and you know the enemy team is going to have to deal with you and probably focus you a bit. With that being said, trust your Ana to use her range healing to keep you alive, because even if you die, you need to take that risk to inflict maximum damage on your enemy. Now, like I said before, a little bit hard to maximize Ana, so if you don't have the teamwork to even make any of that work, her ultimate, which is getting called possibly overpowered at the pro level of things, may not be that viable in the regular arenas of play. The most fun aspect of her kit, but there's far more regular abilities that you're going to have to worry about as well. Hitting those sleep darts is difficult, but you have to practice it to get a good percentage of hits. Because if you're not ever hitting a sleep dart, you have to ask yourself, could I just be playing a more reliable support? But the sleep dart can have great value if you're able to hone in on a key player in the team fight whose ability would otherwise add for a big boon if he were up. So what I mean by that is, if you sleep dart a Lucio, yeah, it might help you focus him down, but he still has this healing aura, so the value of his kit is still somewhat being represented. Whereas if you sleep dart a Roadhog, for instance, which is an easy one to hit even, there might be better targets, but Roadhog's one that you can reliably hit, he won't be able to hook during that time. And if he's not hooking things and forcing them into close range, he just doesn't really have much value. So if Roadhog's on the ground, the team knows where he is and they can play around him and be at ranges where it's going to be difficult for him to set up. That's not how he wants to play, so it really disrupts his kit. Other key targets, obviously, if you're able to pin the Mercy down so she can't be flying back and forth, can't be giving heals, that's a really high value one as well. And obviously, whenever you hear any ultimate go off ever, practice going for those skill shots. Get that killer instinct mentality that you will hit that sleep dart. Because if you play only the safe game of hitting the sleep darts, where you hit easy darts the entire game, you're probably not adding that big value that Ana can bring to the table. Now, her healing, it can be easy to do with the projectile hip fire because it shoots a little dart. I find I wish I could be able to see it a little bit better. You can see it, but so you're just gonna have to trust where it's going to go. All of the projectile hitboxes in this game are pretty lenient, so that's okay. But the hit scan hitbox for your scope is actually not the crosshair, but the entire blue triangle. So that massive center part of your screen is where your hits on teammates will hit, and then your crosshairs where it will hit for enemies. And honestly, I wish I could change that crosshair because it's a little big for that, since most of the time you're healing anyway. But anyway, now most importantly of all with Ana, because even if you aren't hitting those sleep darts, you can still be providing maximum healing to your team, and you do so with the grenade. You're going to want to practice hitting this grenade at all ranges. Oftentimes I see players who first get her get a lot of value by just tossing it down by their feet, and that's good. You want to be doing that a lot of the time to guarantee the value, splashing it on yourself and nearby teammates, but you want to be able to hit it at range. And I actually replayed this clip right here because I make a crucial mistake. My sleep dart was active. I could have popped it on the Roadhog, but I'm still kind of learning the tempos of Ana. So whenever you're in the muck of the fight, sleep dart first. Pick a target that could zone you out, could be a nuisance to you, and concentrate fully on hitting that sleep dart, then go to healing. Because if you die, you're not providing any help to your team anyway, so don't over-focus on shooting your teammates. Be sure to eliminate the flanker threat first, and then go back to healing, unless, of course, they're on the brink of death and you're trying to make a big play, and everything I just said is false. But for the most part, that's what you want to do. You want to keep getting the big value sleep darts first, then focus on healing. Now, these grenades, the reason why I advise learning how to throw these grenades at range is because if you don't practice doing it, you're never going to enable the skill. And the range of her abilities is what separates her from the other supports. Yes, in this video, I do miss a lot of nades, but because I've practiced doing it in further videos that you'll see me playing Ana, I won't miss them. I'll be hitting them with a high percentage of accuracy because I know the physics of how they work. And if you never develop that, you're not really going to be able to make the big plays for your team, and it's going to force you to play in a claustrophobic close range positioning. And if you're playing that close, why not have Mercy, which can stick to a teammate? Why not have Lucio, which heals AoE? See my point? If you can't justify the range of Ana, why are you picking her? That's my question. And further, there's characters like Zen, who is probably going to ult at range from you, and when he does that, you're going to want to be able to throw this grenade at range, hit him, and make a massive play for your team. But go into casuals, go into even training bots, and practice throwing things at targets so you can use the nade as an extension of your arm and you know where it's going to land. That's the key to Ana. Accuracy, accuracy, accuracy with everything. Keep in range, staying alive, high value sleep darts. Very complicated, and I gave an overall general explanation in this video. Perhaps I can go even in more detail if you guys are interested. Ana is one of the most compelling characters in Overwatch, so a single video is not going to be good enough to explain everything you need to know. But that's all the time I have for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, share our channel with your friends. We make daily Overwatch content, so subscribe for more. I've been FREEDO for Your Overwatch. I'll see you guys next time.